Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Market Cap. Again, I can swear that I just recorded this video, but apparently I did not connect my audio device. So I'm doing it again. The good news, Bitcoin hit my projected target of $116,000. Yay, this is great. This is the level that I've been waiting for and watching for all week. Even last week, I was talking about this. You can check the thumbnails. Like I have all of that data there. Now, the thing that we have to be cautious and wary of is that Bitcoin has had a great push up here. And we should understand that Bitcoin never ever moves up and to the right in a straight line. There's going to be some sort of correction that happens. Even on the downtrend, we saw a nice drop, but then we see a return back up, a drop, return back up, drop, return back up. So with that said, and BTC up here to $116,000, while I am happy that this is happening, it's a good sign. We should also be cautiously skeptical about this. The main concern I have is making a new CME gap with either the BTC chart, Ethereum, or Solana. You can tell my voice is already a little bit raw. Why is this happening? Because I literally just filmed a 30-minute video already. So that's my cue to make it shorter. On the 4-hour time frame here for Ethereum, the great news is that not only is the price up against BTC, which is awesome, we have all of these early TBO close shorts letting us know as early as last week on Wednesday, and then Friday, and then again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, letting us know, well, we should be expecting some sort of a bullish reversal. And here we are today, which is a great sign. Oh, I forgot. This also has a blue flag here for BTC on the 4-hour because we have a confirmed TBO breakout, which is super exciting. Now, I don't necessarily think this is going to be a top signal, but unfortunately, when we see a TBO breakout like this, after a move has exploded, it's kind of like a gasping moment. It's like, no, please, no, don't do that. But I am expecting BTC to make some sort of mean revision, I guess you could say, a return back to the TBO fast line. And what I would love to see actually is one of two things. Bitcoin does nothing over the weekend. It stays flat. Yeah, right. That's not going to happen. Or we close up here on the day at 115, 116K, and then we drag a little bit lower into the weekend. So that way we have a CME gap like this, and we fill the gap from the lower end, which is good. Because if we see Bitcoin continue to rally up higher and higher over the weekend, then that means that we are going to have a gap up here. And we don't want to have a higher gap because that gap is going to get filled from the top to the bottom. And that'll be a bearish start to the week. Keep in mind that we have the Fed meeting on Wednesday next week, and the results come out on the 17th. So with that just a few days ahead of us, yes, there's a 97% chance of a rate cut, probably a really big rate cut, but I'm still expecting some sort of weird FUD event to happen to spook the price of Bitcoin down, to cause a leveraged event, or rather a liquidation event for leverage traders. So just be on the lookout for something like that. It doesn't have to happen, but it's what I'm kind of getting the vibe of. I think it's likely. Ethereum is waking up finally after being really constricted and really weird the last couple of days. It closed up 2.5% yesterday. Right now it's up 1.27% above the cloud. This is great. Short-term target is right below TBO resistance. It's a good sign. We're still macro bullish. ETH BTC, you guys remember this from yesterday's video. Because I was excited about this TBT bullish divergence that printed on Tuesday afternoon. Actually, on Wednesday, I first shared it with you. Thursday, nothing really changed, but then we got TBO close shorts here and a second one in progress, which is great. So I am expecting Ethereum to do well, to outperform Bitcoin. I don't know about a pullback, but we'll see. But I know that if Bitcoin has a pullback, Ethereum's going to pull back even harder, which is how it goes. One of the best possible thing that's happening right now is stablecoin dominance. It continues to fall, which is a reflection of a reduction in fear and, basically pivoting away from stablecoins into alts. This is a really good sign. I'm expecting this chart to fall down here to support, which it previously broke above. We might even see a little bit of a drop here and then a bounce up. Hopefully not that much. That'd be terrifying, but some sort of bounce off of it. But eventually we should see it break below and fall lower. Something like that I think is more likely than not. It just depends on what Bitcoin does today. If Bitcoin drops today, we will see stablecoin dominance probably come back up here to tag the fast line at about 6.25%. Bitcoin dominance is staying bearish, which is great. We are still macro bearish. Ethereum dominance has 2 TBT bullish divergences here on the 4-hour, which is great. And it's working on a closed short right now. So because Ethereum is doing well, gasp, Ethereum dominance is doing well. Again, this is a really unreliable indicator because Ethereum dominance is so closely tied to the price action of Ethereum. Solana dominance continues to rip and roar to higher highs, again, making me believe that Solana is taking away the focus and the emphasis away from Ethereum and from Bitcoin. But we know that if there's going to be some sort of pullback, this is going to have a pretty major pullback as well. Now, the good news, actually, I forgot to show you, is yes, we have these TBO breakouts, which is where the TBO indicator, the trending breakout indicator, gets its namesake from. On the 4-hour, we actually have a TBO breakout cluster right here, which is awesome. I'm excited to see that. We do have some conflicting evidence, though, that we might see a pullback here for TOTAL50.D, which represents the dominance of the total crypto market cap below the top 50 ranking. So seeing TBT bearish divergences and a cluster is typically not a great sign. So we could still see this move up higher. I mean, the macro trend is up. We have a TBO breakout back over here from Saturday last week. And since then, we've seen total E50 shoot up 6%, which is great, which accounts for the rally that we've seen so far this week, which is good. On the daily time frame, it is admittedly pretty overbought. It's overextended from the fast line. I'm not saying it has to drop a lot, but I won't be surprised if we see something like that happen. Total ES, the total market cap excluding stablecoins, closed above the cloud on Wednesday, continued to move up Thursday, which is great, up 1.59%. Things are looking great. On the 4-hour, we have a confirmed TBO breakout. We have another one in progress, totally 50. This one's looking great. Again, TBO breakout earlier this week on Monday. On the daily time frame, it's above overhead resistance. We got to watch out for resistance up here, but this is great. Totally 100, looking good, moving its way up here to TBO resistance at 15.73. Total ES, BTC, total 3 ES, BTC, again, TBO breakout here. All these charts are telling me the same thing. Alts should be outperforming Bitcoin, which is a great sign. And we're seeing a lot of these alts already rallying. But the reality is that we should not get used to the idea of everything just moving up and to the right forever. We're going to have some sort of pullback, which is always going to be an opportunity to buy the dip in a bull market. We won't always be in a bull market either. I still think that we are near the end of this bull market. And all these things that I'm sharing with you, when in regards to dominance, in regards to Solana doing well, totally 50 is starting to wake up, these are telltale signs that we're seeing a shift towards some sort of mini alt rally, which is great. We should see everything do well, but what are you going to do with your portfolio when the market tops out? And a lot of you are not going to nail the top. I won't nail the exact Pico top either, but it matters more about how are you going to be scaling out of your positions? What are you going to do with the profits that you've made so that you pay your taxes? And then you also preserve those profits so that way you can buy the dip after the end of the bear market. This is stuff that I talk about in our courses at thebettertraders.com. I want you to go there. Check out 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. This is the best place to go because it comes with a PDF copy of the Better Traders Journal. It comes with great exit strategy ideas to help you think through how you're going to exit out of this bull market with way more profit than you entered into it. It comes with one-on-one coaching. It comes with free automated DCA bot trading signals, our free TBT signals that are available through Alt Trading. It comes with a 1-month trial to the TBO indicator for swing trading and trend trading strategies, which includes as well Better Traders Club. It's like there's a ton of stuff that's included in this course. Now, I appreciate a lot of the kind words and the feedback from yesterday's video. I wasn't trying to make a political statement about anything. It's just expressing my heartfelt condolences. And I understand I can't please everybody. It's okay. I get it. It's fine. But the reality is that you guys are also paying attention to the market and you guys are asking for tickers. You'll be surprised that a lot of the tickers I'm going to share with you today are rather the ones that you've been asking for in recent videos, which is good. So keep asking for tickers, keep requesting me to review charts. It is actually a point of data that I pay attention to. It's social data. What you guys are looking at, what you guys are requesting, it's really valuable information for me. But for everyone else that's watching these videos, scroll through the comments, see what people are looking for and asking for. You can disagree or just stay quiet or agree with people. It's fine, whatever. But pay attention to that social data. It's really important. So if you have a ticker that you're interested in, leave a comment down below. If you've already watched at this point, you haven't liked the video, like the video. If you've watched at this point and you really like this, and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. And if you've done all of those things, consider sharing these videos with your friends and family that are interested in crypto or crypto trading, whether it's on your socials or just like a text message or whatever. So we're going to get into it, and we're going to start here first with all these blue flags. These are all exciting symbols. These are the TBO breakouts, these white dots. This is where the trending breakout gets its namesake from. On the 4-hour time frame, we have a really messy TBO breakout cluster. So these breakouts right here, the white dots, they're really separated, which is why I'm saying it's messy. But when we get 3 of these happening in close proximity, it's called a cluster. And we want to pay attention to these clusters because they're really exciting moves. Now, Solana has not yet moved above its newly created all-time high here in January, just under $300. And it is approaching overhead resistance right here, 237. So just be aware that it is well on its way to head up to $300 and beyond. Now, I have my own thoughts about where I think Solana is headed. I've already made a video about that. You can watch it as well. I'll try to remember to tag it. I'm going to wave to myself so I don't forget to leave a little card that'll pop up. DOGE, this one on the 4-hour time frame, TBO breakout cluster. It is messy, but it is an explosive, bullish, predictive signal from the TBO. Hype, incredible chart. TBO breakouts looking amazing on the 4-hour. Continues to put in higher highs at $57. SUI has a TBO breakout here on the daily time frame. There's a couple of things to be aware of. It is, we can do away with that. That's fine. And also the fibs. Great. It's back above the cloud. It is slowly moving its way up here to overhead resistance. That's pretty much short term, but it is important. I am expecting it to at least tag 375 or so and get rejected. But if Bitcoin has a significant pullback, it's going to follow just like everything else will. AVAX confirmed TBO breakout on the daily after Wednesday's big pump on the 4-hour TBO breakout cluster, but it's happening on the pump, so it's usually a top signal. SHIB is right now testing long-term overhead resistance, which is exciting considering the fact that I've been waiting for this chart to break above resistance for a long time. Not to mention the fact that I've been in a position here on AllTrading for SHIB for 50 stinking days, and I'm finally ready to see this thing exit in the green. Patience pays, but man, it can be so exhausting sometimes. And yes, by the way, I do have my automated position here open for BTC, which is awesome. Trust me, it has not been a walk in the park. I've had many of these positions get to get stopped out. No, it's not getting liquidated at all. It's great to see my position up 4% in profit. I am a little bit like, I kind of want to take profit, but this is automated trading. I'm hands off on purpose. I want to let the position ride, for better or for worse. We'll see. And I mean, this is the proof in the pudding right here. Mantle is looking incredible. Mantle, I don't know what's up with all of these things. Why does it have a buy? No, I don't want to buy up there. That was really weird. It's up here. I cannot tell you how many times I was like, I really want to take profit out of this position or just extract a little bit. But when you're trend trading, you want to stay in the trend as long as possible. Because if I took profit prematurely at like 11%, 10%, I wouldn't have this 34% unrealized profit, which is great. So there is a level here that's predetermined, that's automatically plotted. I would love to have this hit the 50% take profit target. We will look at Mantle in just a second, but this is trend trading and it's great. I mean, you're compounding your losses, but you're also compounding your gains as well. And for all of you that might be wondering, yes, my Masa bot is doing really well. Thank you very much. Even though it has a position that bought the top yet again, just like it did over here, eventually we're going to see an amazing position close in profit. Actually, yesterday night, I didn't even know this, but you can see this position here for Masa. Wait, not that one. It's this one. See how the arrows just turned yellow there? It's a cool little trick. So you can see where it bought, and it bought more, and it bought the last bit right here on the dip, and it sold on the bounce right there. It's perfect. This is why I love DCA bot trading, because it's just going to be buying, selling, and you just wait for these orders to fill, and you trust the strategy. And then the coolest part about this too is that you have unrealized P&L, because I'm taking a little bit of profit in Masa over and over and over. So even though I have a position now that bought literally at the top, it's okay, because if it even falls down here 13%, I'm prepared to buy the dip. It's going to sell the bounce as soon as it happens, and then the bot starts up all over again. So again, I talk about this stuff in our courses. I just want to make a quick detour to AllTraded to share that because of the SHIB chart. So let's keep going. More breakouts. DOT has a TBO breakout cluster on the 4-hour time frame. MNT, which I just shared, it has skyrocketed above 4-hour TBO resistance. On the daily time frame, it skyrocketed above resistance here, which is great, putting in a new local high at $1.70, which is awesome. I mean, we have a day here, 13%, 9%, 10%, incredible. There's going to be some sort of a little bit of a pullback. Hopefully it hits my 50% take profit target. That'd be amazing. But we'll see. ONDO continues to move higher and higher. I am genuinely impressed with this chart. We do have TBO breakouts here. A third one is in process right now, which is amazing, but it's happening after the pump. But really interesting price action from ONDO. BONK, TBO breakouts on the 4-hour, which is great. Say, this one is looking really good. Not to mention it hit our take profit target here in the Better Traders Club. We opened up along on the bounce here to TBO support. And then we're closing up here for 20% profit right below resistance. Amazing place to take profit to. Absolutely wonderful price action there. Gotta love it. Filecoin, this one has TBO breakout cluster. The third one is in progress right now. Jupe, the second one's in progress. IMX, the second one's in progress. WIF, the second one's in progress. And GRASS printed a first one. A lot of charts are pumping right now, but with the fear or the potential of a Bitcoin pullback, like I shared at the beginning, I'm just a little bit like I'm not chasing. I really want to participate in this, but I'm also just, okay, got to chill, got to wait for market to do what it's going to do. We'll see. But right now, things are doing really, really well. Now, these orange flags are denoting TBO closed shorts, these orange diamonds right here. So we talked about this actually, or I talked about this in terms of Ethereum's price action at all these TBO closed shorts before it made the big bullish push. So seeing similar things here for AVE, although I don't like this chart at all. It's really annoying to trade. Block stacks on the daily time frame has a TBT bullish divergence on Wednesday. Yesterday closed short, kind of similar to setup back over here in June, and then in July, and then the chart just ripped up 30%. Ideally, with a closed short, we want to see the price return back to the fast line. That's where we get our entry. Sometimes though, the charts just pump. That's what happens. Farcoin is actually working on its first TBO close short since ever on the daily. It is the first TBO close short. That's incredible. We still have 21 hours left, but that's amazing. Helium had an incredible pump. I know some of you are asking about this one. Crazy move here. Wick to wick, I think it's over 25%. It's great. And printed a TBO close short. It's pretty amazing. Hex printed a TBO close short yesterday. I really don't like this chart anymore. It's just so frustrating. But I did tell you guys, Hex is down here last week at support. This is a pretty decent entry at daily TBO support, and now it's up 37%. Peak was one that actually has been asked for a lot by a couple of people. I don't know what the allure is with this chart, but it does have 2 TBO closed shorts down at support. On balance volume, the moving average is moving up quite a bit. It's a really low volume chart. On the weekly, no other bullish signs. It hasn't really experienced a proper bull market. So maybe that's the appeal. I don't get it. Excuse me. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Akash Network has a TBO closed short, but the reason why it's green is because it's working on a TBT bullish divergence here on the weekly. Really interesting. XRP back above the cloud. It's now working on day 3 above overhead resistance. This is a great show of strength. ADA, Cardano is right here at resistance. Hopefully it can close in a hold above this level. Link, it pushed above overhead resistance. It just needs to hold 3 days above so that we can really confirm this and be done and move on and go to higher highs. SPX went up and tagged overhead resistance as predicted, as expected, and now it's having a small little retrace. Hopefully we see it return back here to the fast line if that's the lowest it's going to go. But ultimately, I believe that it will push above. Hopefully we get a bump and run. That would be the best outcome. Curve, this one had a great move up 6% after pushing above overhead resistance. You can see on the 4-hour time frame, a nice push here a couple times, and now it's pushed up higher. Just want to see this one drift all the way up here to resistance. We'll see. Zeta Chain was one that you guys were asking about. Really weird chart, mainly because it's just massively oversold. But I will say one thing that's interesting about this that I said when I first filmed this video is pay attention to charts that just have sequentially lower pumps. While it is bearish, eventually one of these pumps is going to be surpassed. And we're going to see the chart for this. And I'm not saying it's going to happen to this, but we will see it surpass. And then that will pour fuel on the fire for charts like this just to go absolutely crazy. SHX, another one that was being requested. Good show of strength over here on Wednesday. And it's just a really nice chart for trading in general. I don't have access to MEXC, but crazy price action on this chart. Gotta say, it's amazing. ICA had this crazy pump back on Monday, up 1,000%. I am not joking. Literally over 1,000%. I feel bad for the person that bought way up here at 42 cents and now they're down 88%. I will not in any way call this a predictive wick. But one thing to keep in mind is that the market is reacting like it is. All these sell orders got taken out, and now the price is slowly drifting up higher. It's a good sign, but this is really weird price action for a super low volume chart. Volume has picked up a lot since then, obviously, and on a pump like this, seeing 7 times the average, if it only took 7 times the average volume to pump the price up that high, that's crazy. Last but not least, Kava was a request. I did talk about this chart a while ago, but it's just holding to this overhead resistance level too well. It looks awful. Literally the worst possible chart. I hate Kava. Blech. But the reality is that there are so many other good options for trading right now. And even with BTC risking a short-term pullback after hitting our target, there's still so many great trade setups that you can look out for. And the main thing I want to remind you of is don't rush any trades. If you're looking for a good entry on something that's moved up too high, when we have a pullback, don't dismiss it quickly. Just because something has been moving up really high and has a pullback, focus on the charts that were previously strong. I've just shared a ton with you in this video. So identify charts that were previously really bullish. If we have some sort of pullback over the weekend, those are the ones to focus on because they have the highest chance of recovering faster. Avoid charts that are just continuing to go lower and lower. You think you're buying the dip. It's just on a strong bearish downtrend. It's way easier and you have a much greater chance of closing in profit if you're focusing on charts that were already moving up. So I want you to watch this video next. Which one? This video right here about XRP and why I believe that so many influencers are lying to you about XRP. Until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.